Good morning to everyone. To begin, I know the question that's running through everyone's mind. Is Arman wearing pants? I'll leave that up to your imagination. On a more serious note, I'm sure everyone already knows who I am, the guy who always makes the Model UN and Health Club announcements, otherwise known as Arman, Mandage, AP squared, or my favorite, Dr. Pabani according to Mr. Sanchez. As a current senior, I've had many experiences over the last 8 years attending Elgin Academy. But one story stands out in particular, which actually took place not too long ago. The story begins one late night, sitting at my cluttered desk, nervously tapping my foot while scrolling through various college essay prompts that I needed to answer. I looked at each prompt and brainstormed for a few minutes to see if any creative ideas would just magically hit me. Eventually, I came upon a question stating, recount a time when you faced a challenge and explain how you overcame it. It was such a typical question, but one that was actually really tough for me to answer. I thought to myself, what are the biggest problems I've faced in my life? And this is what popped up in my head. My iPhone 6 just died. I'm going to lose all my snap streaks, courtesy of Apple. I can't believe I got a D on my DBQ. Really, Miss Bear? I could not find a freaking parking spot for my car in the EA parking lot. So now I'm going to have to take an extra 2 minutes to park on the street and will be late to class. These sophomores think they own the place. Are these really the biggest problems I have faced? Am I entitled? Wow, I think I really am. So, as I was thinking about this, it occurred to me while talking to my grandparents about our family history that they were the ones who struggled to make my life what it is today. For those who don't know, my paternal grandparents were born in a little town in Uganda and were successful merchants. But one day in 1972, the world came crashing down when a dictator by the name of Idi Amin told all Asians that they had to pack up and leave the country within 30 days or they would suffer major consequences. Here is a short clip of that.
What will happen to these people if they don't go by the time limit?
I think they will be sitting like they're sitting on the fire. I will tell you this. You just wait after 3 months.
What will you do to them?
Okay, you will see.
So, at this point, my grandfather had no idea what to do or where they would go as their whole family and livelihood were in Uganda. They decided to wait it out. What's the worst that could happen? As days passed by, it became clear that they needed to leave. My great grandparents were worried and eventually decided to pack 2 bags and flee, leaving everything, including their property and money behind. With the help of the United Nations, my family was classified as refugees and were sent to camps, eventually ending up in Canada, where they had to create a new life completely from scratch. They worked hard, doing manual labor in factories just to provide an education, food, and shelter for their whole family. Hearing this story forever changed my perspective of the world, showing me how lucky we are to be here today, receiving an excellent education and getting opportunities that we would never otherwise have received. And I'm sure that the majority of us here have similar stories to tell. Although I have not faced any life-altering challenges in my life, perhaps our generation's struggle will be what we are going through today with COVID-19. Instead of feeling frustrated, let's use this as an opportunity to better ourselves and look for creative solutions. After all, the future is in our hands. So now, the next time you don't get a good grade or can't find parking, instead of getting frustrated, do not take life for granted and appreciate those around you and how lucky we are to be here today. Now, to thank everybody who truly have made an impact on my life. First, I would like to thank my teachers, the EA staff, and my coaches. All of you have been there for me over the last 4 years, whether it was getting help outside of the classroom, assisting me with the college process, or teaching me the importance of a team. And because of that, you all have truly helped me thrive in this environment. Next, shout out to my friends and family for supporting me through both middle and high school. You guys are all the reasons why my high school experience was so great, and college will not be the same without you. Last, but definitely not least, I would like to thank my parents for their love and never ending support over the last 18 years of my life. First, for those of you who don't know, my dad is one of my best friends. We share the same hobbies, favorite TV shows, and both love to complain every single time the Chicago Bears do something wrong. Dad, you have been there for me since day one, teaching me how to surpass the limits. And as a result, I am where I am today. I know I don't do this enough, but I truly appreciate everything you've done for me. So thank you. Lastly, my mom is the kindest, sweetest, yet most stubborn person I have ever met. Although I love complaining about your Hallmark movies and getting your rude opinion on the outfits I pick out, I will truly miss it all. Although Dad pushed me up and beyond, you are the one who kept me grounded, and I honestly can't thank you enough. Elgin Academy has helped me thrive and prosper as a student and leader within my community. And as a result, I, as well as the rest of my peers, will truly miss our second home, EA. Thank you.